So isn't this basically just Trolls Infinity War?
No! Greetings!
There we go!
And welcome to That Works! A DreamWorks podcast starring a happily employed photographer barely getting by with DoorDash, a disgruntled ex-journalist now writing Scott Pilgrim fan fiction,
And a white hot milkshake!
Woo! They have no context.
There's no context to that!
You don't need any.
This is the 38th episode of our series covering the DreamWorks catalog. If you've come this far with us, we thank you for your support. And our next one is the first one of this series that was COVID affected. That's just how close we are to right now. Like this is
We're almost caught up.
We're almost 2 years past this release date, which was April 10th, 2020, for the movie Trolls World Tour, because apparently we need a sequel to Trolls. And
It's better than
it's
the first
better.
one.
What did we say? DreamWorks sequels are usually good.
And Trolls was a really low bar.
I'm just saying.
It's not.
Dude,
it's not
you
too
know how
hard
much
to jump.
I hate to say that Dickey's right?
I know he's right. I'm just saying, like, they still got the streak going. If you count Spear Untamed as a direct sequel, then they don't. But it's kind of a reboot.
Yeah, it's kind of.
That's a different episode.
That's coming up.
So, yeah, Trolls World Tour, 2020 release, COVID affected, so it didn't make that much money. As we're looking at like it, just because everything shut down. You know, I think this was part of the Universal AMC deal.
This was the first movie that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
right?
the big thing between Universal AMC theaters, and then everything went to crap. So it's just I don't have that much to say about it. This is all our first time watch.
Yeah.
Mainly because when we started doing this movie wasn't even a year old.
No,
So-
this one just came out.
I was
Yep.
going to say, wasn't it like just on streaming services when we started?
Yeah, something like that. What do we watch?
But that would have made it 2021, though.
That's a 2020 movie, though.
Yeah.
I think it came onto streaming.
It had to go straight to streaming. It was
Yeah.
originally going to go straight to streaming,
and then
and then the Universal deal reversed that, and then COVID made everything go to streaming.
Yeah.
Unless you were Christopher Nolan.
Even then, still, maybe.
That's still such a funny story of like Tenet's not making that much money, and he's like, "Well, why not?" Like,
but
there's a pandemic.
There's a whole pandemic.
And it's a bad movie.
And it's not good. Don't like Tenet. Ooh, what's worse?
Spelled backwards. It's Tenet.
What's worse, Tenet or Trolls World Tour?
Tenet. I had a lot less fun with Tenet.
Yikes.
At least this has Sam Rockwell.
All right.
Sam Rockwell would have made Tenet better. Sam Rockwell makes everything better, or at least watchable. Cowboys and Aliens, he makes that better, and that's not a great movie.
Sam Rockwell would have made Tenet at least understandable in its insanity.
Well, so would a competent sound mixer or editor. No shade to her. Okay, a little bit of shade.
Also a competent setup and storytelling.
And not...
Or climax, or...
Just
Never mind.
anything.
Trolls World Tour!
This is the
Trolls World
content
Tour!
topic.
Trolls World
Trolls
Tour.
World Tour.
Yeah.
You want to give us your old
Yeah,
synopsis?
so without further ado, previously named movie. Trolls World Tour.
Say it one more time.
Trolls World Tour.
Thank you.
More time.
No. Because once wasn't enough, the Trolls universe continues in this blockbuster equivalent to Avengers Infinity War. Barb, the rock Trolls leader, is on a rampage to steal all the other strings from the other genre Trolls to make everything rock, which actually sounds pretty good to me. But don't worry, Poppy and Branch will do everything they can to stop her. Hey, at least Sam Rockwell's a cowboy. No sarcasm, that's always a plus. He showed up to the recording booth in a full cowboy getup.
Did he really?
That's what I've heard.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And he is my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard to like things after you watch a troll give birth through its butt to a sparkly
Within the
baby.
first 5 minutes of the movie.
5 seconds.
That's one heck of a start. Like,
I don't like to think that most movies catch me off guard, but that was
And wasn't that-
something.
It was
James
it was
Corden's
boom,
character
boom,
too?
Boom, 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 right? Yeah, wasn't he singing "Who Let the Dogs Out" too at that
Something
point? Here's another thing: James Corden.
Yeah.
We've talked about him a couple
I know.
times.
And if I'm sorry if we're repeating ourselves to everyone out there, but I have never met anyone or like seen online people who like him.
No.
So why does he keep getting put in things?
He was like popular for like what?
2 seconds.
A month when his carpool karaoke was like new.
To
But
be
even
fair,
then,
that's a fun concept. I don't ever watch it, but I can see the appeal for that.
And again,
And it's
I feel
not to
like-
watch him,
No.
it's to watch who he's with.
That's what I'm about to say. I feel like the people that are tuning in are watching the bands or the artists that are actually in the carpool and not him. Because James Corden is not funny. And I don't want to see him. Wait, I can't remember. Did he give birth or was he the baby that popped out of the butt?
Neither.
Neither? I thought he gave birth.
No, he's Biggie. No, look at the bottom of this, the 2 diamonds. Because you have Guy Diamond. Isn't it Guy
Oh.
Diamond, Tiny Diamond? Are the 2?
Is that who?
Or was it James Corden? We don't remember.
I thought James.
Didn't you write this down in your binder? That I killed several trees to print?
Did I write down who
several
gave birth
trees.
in the first 5 seconds to Sparkly Baby? No.
Wow,
I think
It was
totally
the big
missed the mark.
sparkly
it is
troll.
Okay, so Tiny.
It is.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Tiny Diamond
So
is the one because then Kenan Thompson starts rapping saying Tiny Diamond is my name. That one.
Oh, yep.
So
yep,
then
yep.
Guy Diamond
Okay.
probably is the father, and that's not James Corden. He's Biggie.
Okay. Okay.
And I think he's out of the movie like 10 minutes in, and I think that was probably one of the
That's
best.
probably one of the- I
I
also
think he was out of the movie.
I
It's been
have
so
a
long.
massive bone to pick with this movie.
Oh, please share.
Bigger than your
Go ahead
boss
and
baby
start.
bone?
Maybe not bigger than that, but it's still a pretty big bone to pick. Why are we making Rock the villain?
They're always. You had this point too.
I think I said that to you while I was watching it. Why is Rock always the villain?
Why?
Why?
Because they're edgy
Well, I think it's also there's.
and emo and
there's probably-
sad.
I think
Guess
because
what?
Shut
Go ahead.
I'm trying to get this point, and you keep going.
Go ahead.
You will
Okay.
let the white hot milkshake speak. Look how red.
You're gonna keep bringing that one up.
Did you have something to add to your little?
You can go first.
Okay.
You can go first.
I was just going to say.
Actually, no, I don't want to say. No, I'm just I'm messing with you. Go,
That-
ahead.
No, for real. He's going to do that in a second.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that rock music tends to be the anti-establishment music. 'Cause that's where a lot of its roots come from in
Yes.
the punk genre of rock. Because the roots of rock, of course, are like blues.
Right, of course.
But I'm saying especially like the punk rock scene has always been anti-establishment. Stick it to the man.
Oh
kind of
hell,
stuff.
yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? That's probably why it's always a villain. But it would have been nice if it wasn't rock.
Just for
Make it
once.
something else. And
Make it pop. Actually,
Yeah.
it did kind of end up being the pop trolls.
they
didn't
kinda
it?
did-
They
kinda
kinda
did
swing
do
it
the,
around.
they basically the whole thing at the center of this movie is revisionist history.
Yeah.
A Trolls movie tackles
Yeah.
revisionist history,
Although
and they don't do it's not very nuanced, but it's not terrible.
I mean, the whole concert thing where everybody loses their color and
And the music gets better.
And then you-
And I was like, okay, I like this. Wait, don't change him back. No,
It's like,
leave
no,
him.
no,
leave him.
no. Keep them sad. Good music comes
But
out of
like-
sad people.
but like that hit a bit harder for me than Trolls 1.
Well, yeah, because it's more consistent.
Yeah, well,
We have to
no,
do
it's
it-
more-
It's
and it's more relatable, I think.
It
We
doesn't keep changing
Mhm.
because what is that first Trolls movie we said halfway through? It changes from a journey to we're helping Zooey Deschanel go on a date.
yeah.
And then this one, it's at least consistent. It's mostly a journey, and they're going to different other troll genres, which, as people brought up, there's a K-pop troll So apparently Troll Korea exists in this universe.
I think
that's straight. There's a Letterboxd review about that made me laugh. That's one of the popular ones. But he's right.
I think we need to keep diving more into. They need to keep making more Trolls movies.
They are. There's a third one announced. We talked about this. I mentioned that.
I think we talked about this on the show.
Yeah. I completely forgot, but now I'm excited.
There's a third. I think there's a third.
Oh, man.
You're excited.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep getting nuttier and crazier. Let's get into subgenres.
You didn't like Boss Baby.
No.
That's nuttier and crazier.
No, it's not.
Why isn't it?
It predates the nuttier
stupider.
and crazier.
It's stupider.
We're already going to get into this
stupider.
You really going to try to bring Boss Baby back up again?
I mean, we never really got an answer on why you didn't like it.
I mean, objectively,
no, you didn't.
No, I am going to bring it back up every single episode. Oh my
God!
It's never going away, especially since you didn't answer.
How did I not answer?
He literally asked you like 5 times in a row, and you just said, "I don't like it." Why don't you like it? I just don't like it. It's stupid.
It did.
Why do you think it's stupid?
It did not make me laugh. I did not find it enjoyable
because it didn't reference pop culture.
Because
directly.
Am I allowed to not like things?
Nope.
There you go.
We don't.
There it is.
I just Trolls.
It's not Boss Baby. It's Trolls.
Correct.
And there's no more Blorgans. Thank God.
Bergens.
Blorgans.
Blorgans.
I thought that was a Blorgan.
Actually, there were Bergens at the very end. Thank God.
Blorgans?
I said Blorgan.
Blorgan. Sounds like a Scottish drink.
It kind of does. I'll have one Blorgan, sir.
One Blorgan in the house.
But yeah, I don't know. It's better. This is better than the first one.
Oh yeah,
it was entertaining enough.
The animation was actually nice. There's a lot of color, and there's some decent textures too.
Yeah, no.
Again, we're no animation experts, but when you compare these two movies, like that first one is kind of all over the place in its
was it like
design.
3 years apart, 4 years apart?
16 to 24 years, yeah.
4 years.
Okay.
I think it's 16. Yeah, the point being, I think they stepped up on the animation,
and
it looks nice. It was colorful.
Yeah.
I guess I had fun. I think it's one of those, in the moment, I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying myself fine. And then after it's over, I'm like, yeah, there's nothing staying.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. There's nothing that sticks with you, but while you're watching it, you don't hate it.
Correct. That's a perfect kids movie.
Yeah, it really is.
So that way it's set up, you can watch it 96 times.
Mm-hmm.
It falls under the umbrella of harmless. That's what a lot of kids movies that I've seen as an adult. It's harmless. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's just some kid out there is going to love this, and that's great.
Well, and the best part,
harmless.
It's not going to kill the parents when they take their kids to go see it
over and over and over. It's no Sing 2.
Oh my! Although I've heard good things about Sing 2.
I like Sing 2. It's the greatest movie ever made.
Wow.
He says that because it has Bono in it.
See, now we're going down the rabbit hole.
Right.
2-hour movie too. Jeez. It's 2 hours. That's the one thing I'm like, because the first thing is 105 minutes or something like that,
sounds about
which
right.
is already long for kids' movie. And I understand some of those earlier Pixar movies were pushing 2 hours. I get it, but still, kids' movies don't need to be 2 hours long.
No, that is insane.
I think I told you Ron's Gone Wrong is pushing 2 hours. It was 110 minutes on Disney Plus. It's oh my gosh, and it's a good movie. I like Ron's Gone Wrong.
I still haven't seen it.
It is a bit long.
Yeah, I think 90 minutes is a pretty good time.
90 minutes is the perfect movie time. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have movies that need to be longer. Your big epic movies, but I think the perfect time is 90 to 100 minutes.
I can see that. There's no. I mean,
agree, disagree.
Oh, am I supposed to offer an opinion?
Well, you look like you're gonna say something. Making your.
I was gonna say something, but it was gonna harken back to the Boss Baby episode. So
what?
I will avoid it.
Oh, he's inviting it.
I was gonna ask, do you like it better than Mitchell's vs. Machines?
No.
Do I like this better than Mitchell's?
Ron's Gone Wrong.
Ron's Gone Wrong. I felt more emotion in Ron's Gone Wrong than Mitchell's vs. Machines, but that's a different thing because Mitchell's vs. Machines, I don't relate to anybody, and that's a me thing. That's not a movie thing. It's okay.
Wait,
Ron's Gone Wrong.
That's a subjective.
Yeah, that's subjective.
Okay.
I know. I at least know the difference and how you can have both in art because you can have both.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not critically assessing whether or not he had emotional connection
No,
to it.
I'm saying what I like better.
Okay.
That's different than critically assessing something.
Okay.
See, Ron's Gone Wrong does a thing where it's about how our insecurities push people away when you're not trying to. You think people wouldn't want to hang out with you and be friends with you, and that's not the case. That's a core thing of the movie, and it's not the best take on it. But by the end, I was like, I kind of feel for him. I felt like that at his age. I really did.
That's interesting. You're really selling me on this. I really want to watch this
It's
now.
a good little movie. I really like it.
But
I'm liking it more and more I think about it. It's fun.
Does it have Cowboy Scott?
Sam Rockwell. No,
My
it
brain
doesn't.
was like Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim.
If Cowboy Sam Rockwell showed up, I want Ron's Gone Wrong to be 3 hours. Just a whole hour in the middle of them at Cowboy Sam Rockwell's house out in the woods.
I would watch that.
Yeah, because there is in the movie they go to the woods at a part for an extended period of the movie. So I go, hey, let's go to Sam Rockwell's cowboy house and hang out. 3 hours long. Best animated feature, best picture right there.
There we go. Pulling a Scorsese. 3 hour long movie. Let's go.
So back to the movie we're actually talking about.
That was my attempt to segue us back, but that
It
didn't work.
worked. We got back.
It did.
We swung back around.
I went through all my notes already. That was everything. I don't feel anything
I
else.
found Justin Timberlake's character to be much more
Tolerable?
Yeah, tolerable and endearing.
I'm trying to remember because Can't Stop the Feeling came out of the first one. Was there any big songs that came out of this one?
I don't think so, and it's hard to have big songs when everyone was at home.
Yeah.
That's
Not
true.
that they can't listen out. The whole point being everyone kind of had their minds on other things. Especially here. This is like a couple weeks into the big shutdown.
That is true.
They might have caught it in time to pull whatever song they were going to push.
That's true.
I
don't remember any of the music,
Can't Stop
though.
No, that's the thing. Is like Can't Stop the Feeling like exploded and everybody was playing it.
That's the one thing with the first movie that has more staying power than this is that song.
Right.
And I get that.
And Cowboy Sam Rockwell.
No, this movie.
That's this one.
I'm saying the first movie staying power is just in that song.
Yeah.
Justin in that song. Hey, both of you this time.
All right, I'll get you that.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say. I know people that I've talked to about this thing be like, you're just going to sit in front of the camera and say, I don't have anything else to say. Well, we watched this like 9 months ago or whatever it was, and we didn't have much to say. We've talked more about Tenet and Boss Baby in this episode than we have about Trolls World Tour.
And it being a moderately forgettable movie. Like we watched this.
It's lower half DreamWorks, lower tier, but it's not like near the bottom of the barrel. It's
I think I would rate it probably just under the halfway mark.
Oh, so right in the middle for you. I think mine was my personal list was in the 30s.
In the 30s.
Like, I know there's 41, so that would be like near the bottom. There's got to be 6, 7, 8 movies behind it more than it.
I would probably put it like in the 20s.
Point being, it's a lower tier.
It is, yeah.
But there's effort put into it.
No,
And the other movie that came out in 2020 from DreamWorks is better than this, and that's next episode. But so and it's also another sequel that's good. Like, they mostly make good sequels.
It's just so interesting.
I don't know how they do. Like, they'll make good sequels out of movies that are like, look at Madagascar. That first movie is nostalgic, but that second movie is a big improvement. And then the third one isn't as good, in my opinion, as the second one, but it's still fun.
They Fast and Furioused it. They like went full.
They kind of
did.
Go
into space.
Okay, they didn't Fast 9 it, but this is like a Fast.
That's a Fate
5.
of the Furious one.
Yeah,
they stop fire with their cars.
Yep.
I've never understood that. Vin Diesel's on the ice. He's gonna get hit by the blast from like a bomb or something, and they just circle around him and blow all the fire away.
Because that's how that works.
And it's like,
what about the people in the car?
Exactly. And I'm sitting there going, see, I'm not taking this super seriously, but there are certain points with like logic and physics that I can't get on board. Like that one, it's like, at least get a little more creative than that. Like, that's a little bit lazy.
Which is what they did in Madagascar 3.
Yeah, let's buy a circus. Why? Because the plot needs it.
Because they, yep.
Da, 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 da. Oh.
Afro, da, 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 da.
Afro circus, Afro circus, polka dot, polka dot.
Polka dot,
I don't
Afro.
remember.
Dot.
You got it.
We just talked about it like a month ago, and I don't remember.
It's not a month
It
ago.
has to
It feels like
That
a
was like
month ago.
September.
It's all a blur, dude.
This whole year is already flown by. Like, this is episode 38. We have 3 more, as of right now, we have 3 more movies before we do our big finale.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I've been saying we're in the home stretch.
Crazy.
We're right by
like,
the
we're
finish line.
actually about to finish DreamWorks.
We're catching up. Like, the
and
next
then it's
movie,
all the decoms.
Yeah.
From day one, under wraps. I remember when that came out. Oh my god.
Oh man. Absolutely.
I was 4. 3. 97. So I was 3.
I was 11.
Oh.
Would have been 2. Prime ripe age of 2.
Good lord, you're tiny.
I would have been tiny. I would have been about the size of my water bottle. No, probably a little bit bigger.
Just as loud.
If you were 2 and only about the size of your water bottle, I'd be concerned.
Listen, I don't have a good...
Facial recognition?
Yeah, that.
Okay.
If you ever say again, I don't have a good, I'm just going to pull out a list. So don't set yourself up like that.
Can it be on like a scroll? Read it like a...
Like,
I'm not good at... Okay, give me a second.
Hear ye. Let's see. It's the 5th of June, 2023. We're going to go with this one.
Any closing thoughts on Trolls World Tour? I got none.
What is a troll?
Like I said, it's...
Like existentially.
What are any of us?
Infinity War did it better.
Infinity War. Is that a hot take?
Hot take coming in. Infinity War did it better.
Thanos was right.
I wonder if...
I laughed watching that part of Hawkeye. I laughed right out loud because of the meme, but also it's like, okay, that's just funny. I'm sorry. They have a good idea. I'm just laughing at that point. Any closing remarks again?
No, that was mine. I wanted to leave it with Infinity War did it better.
You want to give the media a shout out?
Yeah, thank you everybody for listening and watching us. And do not forget to follow us on all of the podcasting apps. Give us a follow on Spotify. Give us a rating on Apple. Watch us, download us on all of everything else, Stitcher, Google, and also YouTube. We'd love it if you would give us a follow on YouTube. Like us, click the bell. Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
You still have to click
That's
the
the
bell?
notification bell. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Click the bell! Woo!
Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hell yes. Oh, last but not least, we have on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and also Facebook if you want, at All Slate Media.
Yep. Next up for episode 39, as I said, another sequel. We have The Croods, A New Age. Came out at the end of 2020.
Whoop, whoop.
We'll get into that next time. And until then, this is That Works, a DreamWorks podcast. We'll see you next time.
What? I have a question.
What's the question?
What's your question?
Jake?
Why did you have it set to 30 frames a second?
When?
This isn't TV.
For this?
Well, this isn't a movie.
It's not TV.
It's not a movie.
It's not TV.
It's not a movie.
We're going to talk in circles, bud. You want that camera to go where the sun don't shine?
You did a Betty boop in front of him. In
Yeah,
your
you
underpants.
But I had my pants under my pants.
It doesn't matter. You still had your undies on.
Yeah, but I wasn't naked.
Thank goodness.
I don't have any shame.
I know. That's what worries me. If it was me, I
I've
would have
actually
stayed
been
by
naked in this room.
Congratulations.
No, I'm getting out of here.
We're
all wearing socks, but... White hot milkshakes. No. So you're basically saying it's like watching that that after credit scene of Dodgeball, but there's 3 of them.
Okay, Daddy.
Okay, let's get this little hat. Okay. Can we just do the cold open?
Is it going to be super inappropriate when I make a white hot milkshake?
Yes! I don't even know what you're going to say it for. Yes! Dickies. Okay, so.
You're going to make fun of yourself with those outtakes, aren't you?
I know. What are you laughing at? I just responded. I know.
We're going to refer to Jared as a white hot milkshake in the show.
We're not.
We haven't figured this out.
I'll work it in.
And welcome.
You're
on
trusting
the white hot milkshake.
You're gonna trust him to work it in
No, but he'll do something and then I'll do something.
to fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll make it work. Why are you waiting so long?
Because you're making this face at Jake, and all I hear in my head is derp, derp, derp. It's like, why are you looking at him like that? I looked at him because it's funny. I look at you and you're just. Why are you looking at him like that? What did he do to you?